Conversation Over Rocks tuning in again. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure you go down, hit the link, subscribe, like, and share it. If you don't know me, I'm Michael Stanberry, owner of Core Clothing Expo clothing company. And I do a bunch of videos showing you how to make passive income on Facebook and different other social media platforms where you can just make some money, especially during the pandemic. This particular video, though, I made this one for my daughter. I have a 12-year-old daughter, and I like to ask questions that push thought. You know, she's 12, so I want to know what's on her mind. I want to know what she's thinking. And I always spread information and give her tools that she can use for small business, just for herself. Because business is a mindset. It's not really so much of a idea, but more of a lifestyle. You know, it's something that you have to believe in. It's something that you got to believe in yourself. It's just not something that's going to happen. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs. Business is a live, moving, breathing organism, if you will. It really is. It's scientific. Because it's not going to look the way you want it to all the time. It's not going to start off the way you want it. It's going to be difficult. You're going to have your good days, your good months, your bad months, but you get through it, just like in life. So I asked my daughter, I said, hey, who do you love most in the world? First thing she says, Mom. I said, all right. So who's the second person you love most? She says, you, Dad. I said, that's sweet. I appreciate that. I said, I'm happy that you say that, but where are you on this list? And she says, I love me. I said, how do you know that? I said, I do. I said, well, what does love mean to you? Very important question, not just for a 12-year-old. Very important question for anyone. What does that mean to you? Just because you say you love someone does not mean that they receive it or that they agree with it the same way you do. Love could mean something totally different to you than it can to somebody else. So I asked my 12-year-old, what does it mean to you? So she pretty much rambled off of the basic things, how you feel, how you make someone else feel, what they do for you, what they don't do for you, things like that. I told her, I said, the most important person that comes first, the person that you have to love, number one, is yourself. To a 12-year-old, I didn't stop her from saying she loved her mom first or her dad second. No. I just instructed her that in order to love anyone, anything and anyone, you have to love yourself first. How can you possibly give love to someone else if you haven't given it to yourself first? How does that make any sense in business? How can your business grow into something as big as Walmart, something as small as Roses, if you're from Cleveland, you know what that is. How can that happen if you're not doing the small things day to day that'll get you there, which is self-love? Those small things turn into big production, big outcome. Tyler Perry said that when he started first doing his plays and whatnot, there was no one there for years. You have to fact check me, of course, but I just know he wasn't popular right out of the gate. Now the man is so big, you can't stop him. But it took those small rocks, those small seeds, those small sticks that he just kept gathering and putting up, and until it became what it is today. But in order to do that, you have to love yourself. You have to love the process. You have to love the ups. You have to love the downs. And trust that it'll make sense. Now, whether that's you using religion, you can use, I don't know, if your self-esteem is good enough, whatever that is. But what you have to do is sit down and figure out what that looks like for you, because it doesn't look the same for everybody else. Your business is no one else's business. It's your business. So, and it's a representation of you. So with that being said, how will it represent you? It'll either, I'll give you the answer. It's going to either represent you in the best light, in a lazy light, in a half light, where it's like, you can take it or you can leave it. Or it's going to show you in the best light that it can possibly show you in. But that's all up to you. So before you start any business, before you even start a job, before you start a family, ask yourself the questions for yourself. What does love mean to me? What does entrepreneurship mean to me? What does working for someone, what does that mean to me? How long do I want to work for somebody? How long do I want to work for myself? Do I want to always be a business owner? Is this temporary? Do I love entrepreneurship? Do I love to learn? It's very important. If you're not a researcher, you don't love to learn, you're not going to stay in front of the curve, and you're not going to stay in business too long. Is that something that you enjoy doing, love doing? Or is that something that you need to hire somebody else to do? You don't have to be good at everything, but you got to be passionate. You got to be passionate. Ask yourself some questions so you can start developing some questions for yourself, so you can start figuring out what it is you want to do with your life. All right, listen. Get you on the next video for Conversation Over Rocks. Like and subscribe. I want you to comment. I want to hear what you got to say. This is a forum. This is almost like an online blog for me. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to spark some creative conversation, some good questions, because my following isn't, you're coming here for answers, but you're also coming here for questions. Good questions leads to better answers. So comment, ask some questions. Let's spark some conversation. Let's figure something out. Conversation Over Rocks. All right now.